came to Ghana, things like marriage didn't mean a lot to me. Actually, I never wanted to get married. I never wanted to have a child. I never wanted a family, and long-term commitment wasn't my thing. Before I came to Ghana, like, caring about people wasn't my thing. I used to be like that chick that minds her own business, you know. Before I came to Ghana, I thought it's okay to keep stressing, to keep hustling, to be addicted to success and the next big thing, until I came to Ghana and all that changed. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the vlog. My name is Ondiro Ganga, and if you're new to the channel, welcome and hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. Today I just wanted to come here and just catch up with you guys and talk to you about certain changes that I've been experiencing ever since I came to Ghana. So if you're new to the channel, I came to Ghana in 2021. I relocated here in 2021 to start my life here, and it's been a roller coaster of emotions. I came on the 4th of July, so it's almost a year. Now, if you know Kenya and you know Ghana, they have similarities, but on most things they're two contrast countries and personalities and cultures. And so I thought, why not just come here and have a chat with you guys about some of the things that have changed in my life ever since I moved to Ghana. So we could break them down and go through them in bits and pieces. I think the first thing that has changed about me is I'm more calm and more zen. If you remember, when I came to Ghana, there was a vlog I did, which my perception about it has changed. And I said, Ghana is too slow for me. I don't like how slow it is. But I feel like it's slowed down deliberately. People make an intention to be present in the moment, to live life, to be a little bit more calm, to be zen. People choose not to stress. The thing about Nairobi and how I was previously was, like, you're always in a rush, and always being in a rush and on the move breeds, one, impatience, two, a sense of entitlement, because I always do it in a rush. Why can't you do it in a rush? You can't be accommodating towards the other person because you've subjected yourself to the most hard of situations and you're able to make it work. So what's holding you back? Do you feel me? So that was my biggest thing, and initially it would drive me crazy. Like, sometimes you say you're late somewhere and you ask a driver or a taxi and you're like, could you take me place X? And they're like, no, I've closed. And I'm like, what do you mean you're closed? Like, bro, what do you mean you're closed? It's time for business. Why aren't you doing business? Like, if this was Kenya, like, I could have gotten a driver. And then I came to realize values are different. This person probably wants to go home, have dinner with their family, be present with their kid. And I was just like, yo. So I have been getting this wrong all this time. It's the things that matter here are very different. And when I came to realize and respect that, I began being more at ease and more at peace. For example, if I'm not working, I'm not working. Like, you call me over the weekend, I'm not working. I'm resting. And it's important for me to get that rest in so that come next week, Monday, I am easy, ready, and willing to go. The other thing is etiquette and courtesy. It used to drive me crazy when people say, please, like, everything here, like, people aren't pleased to it. And you have to greet people like all the time. And I was like, I don't know you. I don't care. Why should I greet you? Like, let me live my life. Can't. Until I was sick, alone in a foreign country, relying on the kindness of strangers. Okay, if you also follow the channel, you know my partner works in a foreign country, not in Ghana. So technically I was alone. It took the nurse to go buy me a toothbrush and a toothpaste and to get me things to eat. It was my neighbors who would come to check up on me. When I left the hospital, I hadn't begun cooking. So it was my neighbor, Mama Gerald, who would like warm lemon water and bring it for me to drink. Like, it was all these people out of the kindness and goodness of their heart that were helping me. And quickly I realized that it's not a mandatory thing to be kind. is something that's done from the abundance of the heart, you know. And I would struggle like with the greeting, because here we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in Nairobi it's just like, hey, how are you? And sometimes it's like it's morning, but because the sun shines really bright in Ghana, I might end up saying good afternoon, or sometimes I pass. But then I remember, oh shoot, you didn't greet them. So I come back to greet them, and they laugh and they're like, oh brony. And I'm like, I'm getting used to that, and just living with people in a harmonious way, in a kind way, in a courteous way. Oh my God, I say please. And initially, I would say it when talking to Ghanaians, just like I would remind myself, keep saying it when you're talking to Ghanaians. But now, even sometimes when I'm talking to my Kenyan friends and family, I have to stop myself from saying please, because they're not used to it, so they'll find it weird. But like, I'm so used to saying it right now. It's crazy. It's become a part of my vocabulary. The other thing that I used to struggle with is which hand to use. So, I mean, in Ghana, you're not allowed to use like the left hand when giving people things or something. And when you use, like, you just have to be polite about it and say sorry for left. So when I'd go buying things, I would just stretch out my left hand, and the people would look at me like, who are you? Why are you being disrespectful? And it's taken like, even my partner, I remember there was some day we were in a trotro, and I gave the mate money with my left hand. Like, it didn't register in my head that I'd use my left hand. And he said, here we don't use left hand. And so I apologized to the mate, and he was like, no, it's okay, I don't mind. He was a Kenyan guy. And so I'm getting used to it now. Like, I'm becoming more conscious that I should use my right hand. And if I use my left hand, well, definitely I'm going to say, I'm so sorry about using my left hand. Like, the culture is beginning to, I don't have to understand it. I just have to respect it. Does that make sense? The other thing is food. I used to struggle with food, particularly the pepper part. Now I can't eat food without pepper. I feel like it's bland. And not like the Kenyan paper, you know, like the one we buy in like the supermarket and stuff. No, I go to the market to buy Ghanaian pepper. Obviously, I don't use the same amount that Ghanaians use because it burns my mouth, but I use a reasonable amount. Also, I've really grown to love Ghanaian dishes. I mean, it's always been in phases. There was a time I loved fufu and banku and contomere. So it started with fufu and light soup. Like, I would eat fufu and light soup every day. And also, people tell me that you don't eat fufu at night, you eat fufu like during the day. I like fufu in the evening. Even banku after work, I go home, I shower, then I sit with my fufu and light soup and eat. Same with banku, okra and tilapia. I used to eat contomere with palava sauce. Yeah, but it goes in phases. Like, I would eat fufu every single evening for close to a month. Then it became banku for another close month. I was just eating banku. Then it went to contomere. But now I began cooking Kenyan dishes, but still, like, I find myself craving fufu, so I go buy and just enjoy every single moment of it. The other thing that also I think Ghana has taught me or has changed is being very content and living in the moment, you know. And this, I think, is something that I learned, that Ghanaians are very content people, and it can be a bad thing depending on how you argue it, but I'm arguing it for the good. The little or the much that you have is enough, you know, and that allows you to be at a place of gratitude, to be at a place where you're enjoying life, to avoid destination addiction. I will be happy when. I will be happy when. And it's something I used to suffer a lot from. Like, it's never enough. But now I'm just like, the little that I have, for as long as I have a food, I have shelter, I have clothes on my body, and I know that I'm working, I'm putting in effort, I'm not going to stress myself. Like, I'm not going to kill myself because I am hustling. I'm putting in the work, I'm putting in the effort, I'm putting in the hours. So it should count for something. And I can tell you, like, there's been tremendous change in my life. I mean, I eat, I sleep, I work out. These three things were one of the main reasons why I left Nairobi. Like, when I left, I had zero appetite. I was having trouble sleeping. Like, I would just toss and turn in bed the whole night. And if I haven't taken like drugs to help me manage 1-2 hours of sleep, and you're off the bed. And I was just at the darkest place of my life. And I think ever since I came here, I mean, the first day I came, I remember I was so sick. I was period sick. So I went to bed at 6 in the evening. I woke up the next day, I think at about 10. And I was like, what? Is this how it feels to sleep the whole night? It was so amazing. And I think for the better part, like I can't say, I don't want to jinx it, but 99% of the time, I sleep really well. I eat mostly 3 meals a day. I skip breakfast because sometimes when you've eaten dinner in the morning, I'm not hungry. And I exercise every morning. I try at least 4 times a week to run 5 kilometers. So a lot is changing. How Ghana has changed me. I am now a business editor. Like, who thought? I'm sure if I was in Nairobi, I would have never sat on an editor's seat. It would have taken so many years, and not because I'm not competent, but because it's just a very cutthroat market, and rising through the ranks is a little bit difficult. And I'm settling into it, and I'm doing a good job. Like, everything that I told Nana about and Tansoa that I would do, I have done, you know. And I'm getting the confidence to even like think that I can be an editor, not just here in Ghana, at different organizations, maybe international organizations, who knows? It doesn't matter that I'm young, I have what it takes in me. And it took leaving home, moving to a foreign country to learn that. I'm also learning to depend on people, you know. I used to be, it was just me, myself, and I, and my family, but now they're not here. And it's the hardest thing. To ask for help is the hardest thing ever. It feels like I'm failing. It feels like I'm being stripped naked and asked to walk on the streets if I have to ask for help. But I'm learning that it doesn't hurt to ask for help. It doesn't. And when you ask for help, nobody judges you. Everybody is so willing to help you. And this is some of the things that no matter how hard Ghana gets, I'm so very willing to keep staying and keep trying and keep hustling my way up until things work out for me. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to everyone that sometimes I meet randomly on the streets or while shooting. I used to be so scared that my vlog will pick up and people will begin noticing me and it's going to be chaos. Everybody that has noticed me from this vlog is so kind, is so nice. There's no drama. They're just like, hey, I watch your content, I love your content, I wish you all the best. And it's the most fulfilling thing ever. I used to think I'd feel empty, but it's the most fulfilling thing ever. So thank you guys. And our previous video is doing so well. Go watch it if you haven't. Please subscribe. It goes a long way. A girl needs to rise up the ranks. These numbers mean a lot. Imagine 80% of you guys who watch my content have not subscribed. So if all of you subscribed, I'd be like at 30,000 subscribers right now. So please hit the sub button. I love you, and I'll see you in the next vlog. And also let me know, what kind of content would you like to see? What kind of events would you like to see? Okedi is back. So I'm giving her a minute to enjoy her cry, and then we get back to work, okay? I'll see you guys in the next vlog.